Hello everyone, this is Darren, doing another video on Onyx, the black TT from Pittsburgh. This one is on a diverter valve from Evolution Motorsport. Kind of hard to see, there we go. I'm really not impressed with this. I've had a lot of turbo flutter recently, which led me to believe that this valve was not opening. Because if it was opening, it would be venting off the pressurized air and sending it back to the turbo so the turbo wouldn't flutter. So the fact the turbo was fluttering tells me that this valve was not opening as it should. Now, I'm also having vacuum issues with the car, so my first suspicion was that the vacuum line that goes to the top of the hose, to the top of the valve here, was damaged, and that was not causing the valve to open. Now that may have been happening, but I also found damage to the valve itself. First and most obvious, if we look down the hole here, get a look at the metal on the inside. Come on, camera. Pretty scored up in there. And that's supposed to be purple. The metal is burnt. Took the color right off of it. This is the piston that went inside of there. It's not going to fit because one of the tension rings is broken and is in the way of it going back in. But this guy here also has some damage. You can see some score marks, like chattering down here. The metal has some general abrasion in this area. And this up here was above the broken tension ring, so this is relatively unscathed. And yeah, I'm not impressed with this design. When I opened it up, there was like a minimal to moderate amount of grease in here. I'm not 100% sure how much was supposed to be in there, because it's not the kind of grease I'm used to working with. It was gray and thick and tacky. Either way, it doesn't seem to have been doing its job. And I'll show you the broken tension ring. So this valve uses a lower tension ring, a center O-ring, which is hard to see, even harder to see when my camera decides not to focus, and then an upper tension ring. Come on, camera. I believe in you. Yeah, so with this lower one broken, this piston would be allowed to either wobble or it would be so tight that it can't move. I'm not sure which was occurring. It may have wobbled itself crooked and gotten jammed up, or the tension ring may have been holding it in place and preventing it from moving. Either way, the valve was not opening. Yeah, don't get a diverter valve from Evolution Motorsports unless you happen to see a newer version that has solved this issue. In any case, I would recommend going to Forge Motorsport. I have a couple of their products in Onyx, and they have a really good reputation on ttforums.co.uk, which is full of a bunch of people with Audi TTs and is a huge knowledge base for these kind of cars. If you ever need to get anything figured out on an Audi TT, ttforums.co.uk is where you need to be. As for the spring, I didn't really include this in the video because, it's a spring. It's not broken. There's nothing wrong with it. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day.